welcome back to our channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Dinke and welcome to the channel. Make sure you do catch up on all the videos that we have loaded and like, comment. Most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. Welcome to a new vlog, guys. Life has been hard. Life has been hard and there's a lot happening. Anyway, I just had my client throw a tantrum, guys, and I was just like, love and light, cutie. I don't have time for this. So I'll insert a gif that I put up on my status because I'm just like, I'm just unfazed, honestly, at this. But like previously, I feel like a lot of things would have gotten under my skin. But now that I know them, I'm just like, so sad. But I'm praying for you. We don't have it today to get into it with you. So yeah, that's me this year. I don't have anything to give. I don't have the argument. Like, I just watch and I'm like, we don't have it. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. But anyway, I'm gonna go do my nails. Like, manalaka fedile. Look at that. I broke these to go bootcamp class at gym. This one, I don't know what happened. This one also, they cheap. I think they're old though. So Dimple said I can come to the 1:30. So I'm gonna use my lunch hour to go get my nails done. And also scent for the day, Lente D by Givenchy. Guys, my mom took my old perfume. Yeah, that's girly. I love it. And you need to go sniff it. I'm a floral girly, but this is more spicy. But when it tones down, it smells so good. So test it out. Ask for a taster. Let me show you which one it is. Ask for a taster of this or spray it on while you're at the mall. You are gonna love me. You're gonna want to take me out for lunch. You're gonna want to send a letter to my mom to thank you for giving birth to me because I am like, you guys, everybody will love this. Everyone will, like, it smells so good. It smells like a successful woman. This girl, I love her. I saw somewhere on TikTok where someone said you must layer this with the YSL Intense. So I'm gonna try it out and then see how it goes. But this is such an incredible scent and she's a gorgeous girl. So that's what we're wearing today, just because, why not? Yeah, like, I'm not waiting for the special occasions. So yeah. And then other news updates. So remember I told you guys in Nallet Life we're doing a stock fill for the perfume. Last month we got live Maharaj, I think, if I remember correctly. You guys would have seen the unboxing that we did. This month it's my turn, so I decided to get, can you guys guess what I'm getting? Guess what I'm getting. I'll give you a clue. It's from Skins and I've been talking about it and wanting it. So yeah, if you've watched me and playing my videos in the background and you're actually watching and listening, you would know which fragrance I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna pick it up once it's ready, and then obviously I'll go with you guys. And then I don't know what color nails we're gonna do, but I'm just gonna get there and then Dimples will figure out what she wants to do. I wanted to do red, but the family trip is coming up and then I want to have red nails for that. I feel like red is my travel color, so whenever you see me with red nails, just know hi to my atamai, okay? That's when you know that I'm traveling. If there's any red thing, no atamai. So yeah, let's go get our nails done. And then also guys, I told you guys that I don't like my weight, but I posted a cute video yesterday and Balisa was hyping me up. She was like, ooh, body girl. I was like, thank you. But when I look at my body, I'm just like, ugh. But anyway, I got called out by my talking stage. She just gonna roll her eyes because she's like, talking stage, you're 10 years. But anyway, it was like, don't talk bad about your body, even as a joke, blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, okay, fine. But anyway, I am gonna cut off meat. I'm gonna cut off sugar. Well, I've cut off sugar except for the drinks that I had. I also had cold drink yesterday, so I need to be really strict and just cut it off completely. But I don't have it in my tea. I don't buy sweets. I don't buy snacks. I drink lots of water now. So I'm just hoping that when I cut off meat and I'm more into healthy eating, it helps as well. And then I want to go back to waist training. But yeah, I'll take you guys through it and I'll try show my progress. And yeah, so let's go get our nails done before I talk too much, because we're gonna have to come back and work. So let's go.
Finished. These are, well, I know I said ready for travel, but I could not resist. This color is gorgeous though. Also did my toes. I'll show you guys when I get home. Also, I'm so upset because I'm like, you're charging me. So she asked the lady that sits next to her to do my toes. That was a soak off and then do the nails. Now you're charging me prices that you don't normally charge because you need to accommodate the price just someone else. I was like, I can't do this. Hey boo, what is this price? Yeah, So next time I'll just soak myself off and then I'll come, I'll do my nails and then call it a day, because this is not gonna work. Alternatively, I have to find someone else, because normally people don't charge you for soak off. You did my nails, like I'm coming to do my nails. Why are you charging me or the 50 rand for my toes and my thingy? And I'm like, that's 100 rand extra. Anyway, let's go home. I'm so annoyed. Raining so bad. Oh my god.
Home, here are my ugly toes. And my hands. I'll always believe in matching colors, and I don't like different colors on my toes and my nails. Love it.
Anyway guys, guess what I found? Remember I told you guys in the previous vlog what I wanted, this dress. Finally found it in my size, because I do my nails go China mode. I'm like, let me check. Found this, and then I don't have anything in maroon. Got this cute shirt as well. Or I don't know if it's a shirt or knitwear something, and it looks so cute. Maybe I'll pair it with jeans and heels for Fridays at the office. It looks so good. There was nude as well, but I didn't like it as much as maybe I liked it. Maybe I can always have it in 2 colors, right? So yeah, maybe I'll get that one as well. But this is nice. I don't have a lot of, this is my only item in maroon, so that's why I thought to get this, because I'm trying to get more colors into thingy. This as well, when I showed it to Miley, she said it's pink. I'm like, guys, is this pink or purple? I see purple, so then maybe the color, or I don't know colors, or push it to grade 1 because but anyway, yeah, this looks purple to me, so I am so happy. I'm not gonna try it on. You guys will see it when I'm on the family trip. I'm thinking of wearing this to a wine farm with like cute sandals and a cute bag, it's gonna give the vibes. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. We're gonna make a carrot loaf. So we're gonna need eggs and then oil. I'm using canola oil, and then you're measuring stuff, and then in here I have water. So let's do it quickly. Show my love. Can I show my love for you? 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 final consistency. If you mix it and it's still a bit hard, just add water and oil. And then I greased paniaga. I greased my pan. And then I'm gonna cook it for 40 minutes at 180. Yeah. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like. All done. And then you know it's perfect when you can do that and then Audrey still clean. So yay! Morning.
And then we reviewed. Where's the publish button? We need to do that.
Morning. It is 20 to 7 on Saturday, and I'm gonna wake up. Well, I'm not gonna wake up. Yeah, it's 20 to 7, and I'm up. We're gonna go to body conditioning class. Waking up at 6. Okay, I guess you could wake up and jog, but my first class normally was at 8, so I see the schedule has changed, and there's class at 7 with one of my favorite trainers. So I'm gonna go. I hope there is class because my gym has a problem of having a schedule and classes, and then you get there and then there's nothing. So let's go. Yes, I forgot my watch. Someone said that if you don't close your ring, you didn't exercise, and you know what? I agree. So I had to rush back. I have 7 minutes, if not 6, to get to the gym. So go by Lewis Hamilton, and I'm gonna rush because I was listening to music, and then I'm like, hey, bo, no watch. Oh my goodie, let's go. 7 minutes late. Not 7, 3 minutes late, sorry. Made it 3 minutes late. So I'm gonna quickly go in. Just finished at gym. I hope you guys are at gym and not sleeping because I wanna knock up rock, guys. Summer is coming. So we need to be snatched girlies and look good. Little do Mikey look good. But happy Saturday, the weather is gloomy. Don't cuddle, wake up and go to gym. Can't be fat for the rest of your life, Kadla. But there's this guy that I watch on TikTok. I love him so much because I wanted to sleep in. I'm at the robot after waiting. I wanted to sleep in, then I watched his video and I was like, yep, I can't be an elephant forever. So I went to gym. But yeah, let me drive. Bye guys. Hi guys. So I'm back from running my errands and I'm tired. I wanted us, okay, I'm tired because I was dragging this so that it could look a bit cute in the background. So moving this is gonna be a nightmare if I like how the video turns out. But I hope you guys are good and happy new month. It's March and I've been meaning to sit down, but I think I want to do a lot more of sit down chats with you guys if you guys do enjoy me just chatting, right? Initially when I started the YouTube channel, I wanted us to be able to talk about everything that we've been through in life, whether it's friendship breakups, whether it's losing a parent, whether it's losing a partner, you know, all of those things, which I feel like we've done a bit of here and there. I've had sit downs with Maidi, which was great, and then there's more to come. And then I thought maybe we need to touch on what I've gone through as well, so that you guys get to know me better instead of just high level or surface level things. So yeah, it was March. I think it made sense now. March is it's a happy month for me. March and April, happy month but very sad at the same time. So yeah, it's like a 50-50 thing. Horrible, I feel horrible about it, and I also feel sad, and I also feel excited about it. Sad and horrible in a sense that this is the month that my dad was born in. So he was born on the 10th of March 1959. And then I'm happy about it because I need to sort of also celebrate that
this is the month where he was born, and he was an incredible father. So, but at the same time, then the follow-up month, April, is when we lost my dad in 2016. Yeah, so I wanted to do a sit down so that we can talk a bit about it. Initially, I wanted to do this video with one of my other friends, Becca. She lost her mom at a very young age, so I just wanted us to sit down, have a conversation, and if anybody has been through something similar, or it's still going to happen, because you know what they say, that death is that visitor that will be in every household. Just what we went through, how we managed to handle it, and yeah, I think also when it hasn't happened to you, because I used to be very confused when someone like 15, 20 years later, I wish you were still here, they've lost their parent, sister, whoever it may be, a loved one, and they would still feel some type of way about it. And I feel like now that I've gone through something similar, I understand where people are coming from. But when you're an outsider looking in, you're just like, but it's been 20 years, like, is it still painful? Is it not? Is it, what are you going through? Haven't you accepted? So yeah, growing up, I think I've mentioned it briefly in my Get to Know Me video. It's just me and Judy, my sister, and my mom and my dad. So my dad was the only guy in a house full of girls, but I feel like he managed that very well. I think I know what love should look like from the love that I received from my dad. So anything less than that, I don't want to keep it, which I also think is the reason why I've been single for so long. But anyway, that's a story for another day. But I think I also get my support or being supportive of others from my dad, because I feel like he was very supportive. I'm also not a very judgmental person. I'm like, let people do what they need to do and what feels right for them. If you're happy, I support you. I think my dad was also similar in that sense. He was a very honest man, all of the good qualities I feel like my dad had. And yeah, like growing up, he was always there. I feel like more than my mom actually was, because everything that needed to get done, he would do it. If it's taking us to school, he was there carrying our bags. We didn't have a car at the time. We were in boarding school, so he would carry our bags, drop Judy off, drop me off, come fetch us, come to school with food, give us money. I remember when I started my period, he came with a bag full of sanitary towels the next day, and he was like, there you go. So yeah, I think a lot of what he has been in my life is the reason why I am not willing to settle for anything less than that. So we lost my dad in 2016, like I said, so it's been almost 10 years, I think. It's been almost 10 years. Yeah, at the time I was in varsity, and I think he was in hospital for like 3 months. Yeah, he was in hospital from Feb. Yeah, I remember, from the 16th of Feb, and then he passed in April. So I don't know, like, I literally, now that I think about it, I do not know how I survived that. But yeah, it was, I think when we were told about it, I remember Mahaja Malum called me. I was staying with my cousin Tumi at the time, and then she was like, where you guys? We were getting fruits or veggies somewhere in, it's a Church Street, somewhere in Joburg. We were getting fruits to cook Sunday lunch, and then she kept telling us, go home, go home, go home, and we were just like, hey bo, like, what's wrong? And then when we got home, they were like, yeah, this is what happened. Your dad passed. He was still in hospital at the time. And then I'm like, all alone. Okay, wait, well, now I was not all alone. Tumi was there. So I felt like also we were still very young. I think at the time, she didn't know what to say to make me feel better about it. So I think I just slept and I cried and I didn't eat, and I also had an exam the next week for transportation management. I remember I remember the specifics as well. And then I had to do arrangements for postponing or writing the sub exam. And then I caught a taxi back to Limpopo. I remember I cried the whole way. I'm sure Patukoti were just like, hey, what's wrong with this child? So I caught a taxi, went home. And then you get home there, and then, you know, people stare to see, you know, how you're reacting to things. I felt like at the time, I felt like when you walk past, like people just, all eyes are on you. I don't know, in a way of people feel sad that you're going through that, or is it people just want to see, I don't know what it was, but yeah, you feel like a runway model, but something worse than that, because everybody's just staring at you and looking at you and seeing how you're reacting to certain things. But it was very sad, and I think I didn't have time necessarily to process everything. But at the same time, I think when you get to experience losing a parent, you also at the same time experience how God loves us all. Because I think the first time I heard it, I was like, I'm never gonna recover, I'm never gonna be okay. And then each day comes by, and then you wake up and you are okay and you make it through, and then God sort of heals your heart piece by piece, and then eventually it doesn't hurt as much, but it will always be painful. So there's days where you like remember that, oh, I don't have a dad, or if something that needs a father figure, you don't have that, for example. So when my dad passed, I didn't have my learner's license. Oh no, he had, I already had my learner's license, and then my grandfather, my dad's father, taught me how to drive. I think it's things like that, when they happen you realize that, oh, actually I don't have certain things. But at the same time, what people say that sometimes about situation, not even in a bad way, but that's how you heal, right? So if you are like, okay, I've had over 20 years knowing my dad, being there, him being there for me, and getting to experience a father's love, versus there's a friend of mine as well that lost her dad at a very young age. I don't think she even remembers what he looks like. And then you're just like, at the same time, you don't want to question, because another lesson that my dad told us was, sometimes situations like situations are for you to face, and you don't complain about it, you don't question God, very importantly. You just take it and then you deal with it and you handle it. Because the minute you start questioning that, why me, why must I lose my dad, but who else is supposed to, like, is there someone that you can point out and say, rather mamang than me? You know, I don't think there's a person that would ever do that. So when it comes, and you experience it, you deal with it, you accept it. You think at the time that you're not gonna make it, but you sort of kind of do. But I'm also grateful that it happened when it happened, because I remember because I did say that I was still in varsity, I felt like I could be supportive for my mom. So during school holidays, I would go home and make sure that she's not alone, be there for her, because she also had to transition from having a partner to now doing life alone, which I would assume is very hard, because it's something that you're unfamiliar with. So I would go back home for school holidays, be there, and then go back to school. I feel like had it happened when I was working, for example, maybe my mom wouldn't be able to deal with it, because she would be alone most of the time, versus when there's someone that needs to be there. So so far like you take it as it comes, sort of. There's days where you cry, and then there's days where you like happy that you got to experience the person. Like I said, like I think also every year I try to forget the day that he passed, but something will always remind me, hey boy, this day kind of sounds like you wake up with a heavy heart and you're just like, okay, cool, get ready and all of these things. And then towards the end of the day, you're just like, oh God, it's the day where something horrible happened and I lost someone, and then you're just sad about it. And then you remember that, oh, and then sometimes it does trigger you. But yeah, I think more than anything, I am just grateful that even without my dad being here, there's a lot of support that I get from the people in my life. So from my dad's brother, Rwandan, I know he would show up if I ever needed anything. Yeah, my dad's side of the family, actually, we are closer. We are going on a trip soon in March, so you guys will get to meet them, but you've seen them a couple of times on the vlogs. My aunts, they will show up. They've been there. Rawandola, he's amazing. Clive, obviously, as well, you guys know Clive. He's younger, but I know that if I were to need something, he would show up. Judy's partner as well, Mfundo, is amazing. I just have to say this because sometimes I don't like him, I'm kidding. But yeah, he's been amazing, and I know he'll show up for a fact, so I definitely appreciate that. My mom's brother as well. So there's people that play a role in filling the gaps, if I can call it that, filling in the gaps so that you don't feel like, oh, kana papa, you know. But at the same time, it's never gonna be the same as when it's my actual dad. For example, if I was getting married, I know probably Rwandan will be there, Malumi will be there, but it's never gonna be the same as when my dad was here. But I definitely do appreciate that there is male figures in my life that are able to hold my hand. Yeah, but again, it'll never be the same. So yeah, in terms of how did I manage to cope or heal, like I said, you take it one day at a time, and then you wake up. Like, it's amazing how God just, you know, pieces back your heart together, pieces you back together, and without you even realizing, because like I said, the minute you hear it, you think this is the worst thing that could ever happen to you and life is over. How are you gonna go forward? But then life continues, you know. People are there for a specific period of time, a week, and then people spread out and then go back to their place, and then now you're left to deal with the situation on your own, and it just stops hurting a lot. Yeah, but there are a lot of triggers. So, you know, like if, for example, if my car breaks down, I'll probably be like, oh my God, especially because I'm single. I don't have a boyfriend to rush and assist me. If I had my dad, he would probably be able to guide me where cars are concerned, for example. But then I can call Clive, I can call Mfundo, I can call my uncles, you know, and then I'm sorted. So yeah, I don't know how Judy feels about it, but every time we talk about it, I think more than anything, we're always just grateful of the time we got to spend with my dad. I know there's days where we've both cried. I think when I was typing even for Judy's thingy, I put like a note to say I wish my dad was here to hold her hand, because I know how supportive he would have been of her doing life or finding someone to do life with. So yeah, you cry here and there, but life has to go on. But I also think when it happened, I quickly had to get over it. Like, there was no time to cry, there was no time to sit and feel miserable about something that had happened. I had to come back, then I had to write a sub for my subject, which I did very well in. Actually, I did very well. I got it like an 84 or 5, I think, which was very low because I'm usually a 90s girl. And I'm not even kidding, guys. So yeah, I passed it and made it through. So I think school also helped me sort of forget about, or not forget, but helped me sort of to focus on school and not deal so much with, okay, I've lost my parent, now what? Yeah, and then life happened, and then April came. It was graduation season at University of Johannesburg. Graduations are normally in April. And when we would go visit my dad in hospital, I was like, can it not be before I graduate? Like, that was my everyday prayer. Like, if he were to pass, can it not be when I'm supposed to graduate? So I graduated, I think on the 6th, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, somewhere there. My mom couldn't be there, so it was Judy. My uncle came, one of my friends as well was there. And then, yeah, I had Ratabile as well that was there. Yeah, and it was sad, but also I am glad that people actually showed up for me. But I knew my mom couldn't make it because she had to be at the hospital, check on my dad, make sure he's okay. Well, not make sure he's okay, but just check in on, you know, how he's doing and all of that. So yeah, it was sad that I didn't have my mom for my first graduation, but for my mom and my dad for my first graduation. And then he passed on the 24th of April. Okay, so yeah, I was the last person he called before he went to ICU, and we couldn't talk to him anymore. But the nurses were like, he could hear us, so we would talk to him and do all of those things. And then when he called me I was the last person to actually speak to him. He called, and then he was like, hello, and I'm like, hello, Papa. And then he's like, hi, how are you? He's like, oh, I'm trying to call your mom. I'm like, I said, man. He's like, okay, cool, everything is okay, you must be okay. And I was like, okay, are you okay? And then he said, yeah, he's okay. So in a way, I feel like maybe that was goodbye. Maybe, I think. But yeah, I don't want to cry. In a way, that was his way of saying goodbye. And yeah, so far we're okay. And I think also something that helped us, it's very important as well when you do have kids, to have these discussions with them about death and trusting that things happen as they are supposed to happen, so that you don't question a lot. But also, I think there is certain ways that people pass that you are able to accept. For example, I knew my dad was sick, he was in hospital, and yeah, I think when it happened, there was sort of relief that, okay, he's not in pain, you know, there's that. But then there's, if it was an accident or someone was okay and then suddenly they're not okay and then they pass, maybe it's a different kind of pain. But I think with us, we had accepted that, you know what, if it happens, knowing the kind of person that my dad is, or was rather, he was very active. He didn't like depending on people for things. So had he maybe like been in a wheelchair, for example, it would have been difficult for him, because that's not who he is. He just is very independent. So yeah, so there was relief as well that, okay, Ukudije, because he's not in pain anymore. But it sucks that we now have to do life without him. But at the same time, I also don't think it's okay to be selfish, to want someone to be still, or to want someone to be alive, but not be who you know them to be. I don't know if that makes sense. So for example, if you know me to be very independent, be very active, I like to go hiking, and then now I can't walk, I would be so miserable. So yeah. And back to what I was saying, so I think also what helped us deal a lot is, the first time I understood what death was when I lost my grandmother, my dad's dad, in 2007. Yeah, I was in grade 7 at the time. And I remember my grandfather sat us down and he was like, no one is crying. and no one is going to say now I can't do school work because my grandmother is not there. Life must go on. And I was like, it's not. Just like, no, she did what she was here to do. You guys are grown. You know her, you've had moments with her. It is what it is, but there's school, which is important. So I don't want stories because I will not be happy. So my grandfather was that kind of person. So I think then I understood that, okay, if this happens, basically. And yeah, I think with my parents as well, there were conversations obviously in our house. I don't know how it is for other houses. I mentioned earlier on that Papa would tell us that you don't question God, you accept things that are meant for you, and you just deal with it because you can't do it. People deal with a lot worse, and life is unfair to a lot of people. But yeah, it's there's nothing you can do about it because you don't know. So yeah, that's basically how I managed my grief. I think, have I healed completely? I don't think so, but I've accepted, yes. I have healed, but there is still a bit of hurt when I think about the situation, but I have accepted it for what it is. And I am also very, very, very grateful that I got to experience the dad that I experienced. And yeah, also, like, life is a funny way of working because Clara is named after my dad. When Judy was pregnant, they said that he was going to be born on the 10th, which is my dad's birthday. And we were like, and it's funny because Clara came after Papa's passing. So they were like, it's the 10th, but then Clara decided, I'm not sharing my birthday with nobody. And he was born on the 24th. So I think also that's another reason why we healed, because as much as, yes, he's not my dad, but he was there to sort of heal our hearts. And we've been okay since. We're doing okay. And that's basically it. So when you do get to experience what I've gone through and many other people have gone through, I hope that you know that you can get through it. You find comfort in memories. You find comfort in memories, and you just take it one day at a time, and you be patient with yourself, and you don't question God, and you never question God. You accept it for what it is, and you deal with it. If you have to cry, you cry. But I just want you guys to know that it doesn't hurt any less as time goes by, but Biluya Fola. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does make sense. So so that's on our conversation about how I've been managing losing my dad. And I don't know, I feel like maybe even if I were to get to, I think this month, probably on the 10th, I'll be I don't know. It depends on how I wake up. Maybe I'll wake up and I'll feel miserable that, it's my dad's birthday. He would have been this age and he's not here. Or it could be just a day of celebration. I hope it's a day of celebration. But you guys must send me love on the 10th. And then again in April. Because I think April is harder than March, actually. The birthday I can deal with, but the reminder that on this day, this is when you lost someone, that I don't think there's, since I've lost my dad, there's ever a day on the 24th of April where I feel like I'm okay. It's never happened. Maybe it'll happen this year. But that's me, that's my story, and I hope the sit downs, you guys like them and you get to know me more. And what else do you guys want us to talk about? You guys must let me know. And of course, you know that I love you guys so much, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and just share if you've lost a parent as well. and you feel the same way, or you know, you feel like you're never gonna be okay, you are gonna be okay. If I made it, you can make it as well.